we have to, I can't pay the lawyers. We can't pay. There's no money left to pay them.
This is Mike Lindell, and he's telling us that he's completely out of money. Oh, my God, dude. And the guy's been so responsible in the past with money, right? Let's talk about this guy's spending habits and how he got to where he is right now. For a little bit of context on what he's talking about with that, he made a bunch of bizarre claims about Dominion voting systems and Smartmatic that were simply untrue. Fox News made the similar or the same claims and just settled a $1 billion lawsuit. Fox pays $750 million. They were being sued for $1 billion. They're suing Mike Lindell for $1 billion also. That is far more than he was worth to begin with, but it's certainly more than he's worth now. Listen to this entire clip in context now that you know what's happening. He's talking about the lawyers in his Dominion case right now. He had to drop his lawyers in the Dominion case. By the way, this is from early October 2023.
All the lawyers we have for MyPillow and myself in the lawsuits with the lawfare with Dominion and Smartmatic, they just filed in federal court that to drop us as our attorneys. And
so Mike Lindell didn't drop the lawyers. The lawyers dropped Mike Lindell. They filed to drop him as a client. They're dropping out of the case, and he has no money to pay any more lawyers. Oh, my God. He is so f***ed. I'm sorry, man. I've sworn so much tonight, it's ridiculous. I'm trying to limit myself, but wow, dude, this guy is in bad shape now.
And this comes from the lawfare, basically, and from the media. The attacks on MyPillow, what American Express did, just devastating our credit. And we have to, I can't pay the lawyers. We can't pay. There's no money left to pay them.
That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. I'm sorry. I can't feel bad right now. This dude has spent past, 6, 7, 8 years trying to destroy democracy on Donald Trump's behalf. Seriously. So let's talk about his history of questionable spending decisions. For the record, this is not the first time that he's mentioned that he was in bad shape financially. Mid-March 2023. Check this out. This is on Steve Bannon's show.
It's about, I guess, your loan, the loan you took out at MyPillow. People are all over you about this.
Yeah, last year actually was 3 separate loans as the machine companies continue to sue us for billions of dollars.
$1 billion, actually.
And we had to borrow almost $10 million at MyPillow. We're a company. We're an employee-owned company.
No, you're a Mike Lindell-owned company, actually. He's always redirecting all of the blame and pain and misery to the employees. Oh, don't attack my employees like this. Oh, my employees are suffering. Thanks for making my employees suffer. No, Mike, it was you, okay? You did every part of this. Quick interjection. I won't take long. I just wanted to tell you guys, YouTube's algorithm operates off of a few factors. Watch time, whether or not you subscribe, and whether or not you like something. So if you really want to help my channel, I would appreciate it if you guys watch the video to the end. If you don't watch it to the end, just watch a little bit longer than you would have otherwise. I would appreciate that very much. All right, let's get back to the video. But it's always got to be the employees in his head. Oh, and let me give you a little advice, Mike, okay? Stop talking about your employees constantly. Nobody's buying it, first of all. And second, get rid of the mustache or grow a beard along with it, okay? I was Jehovah's Witness for too long to accept somebody only having a mustache and absolutely no other facial hair. I can't anymore. Too many Jehovah's Witnesses.
At MyPillow, we're a company. We're an employee-owned company. It just baffles me, Steve. You've got all these companies, these machine companies out there, these voting machine companies that nobody even knew their name before, but everybody protects them. And yet you attack a USA company, MyPillow, and my employees. And
by saying that, he's implying, or he's trying to make you think about the fact that he's a USA company. They're not. That was one of the big claims, that they're based in Venezuela or some other thing. I don't even remember where now. and the votes went outside the U.S. to be counted in Germany on the machines, blah, blah, blah. It was all nonsense, all of it. That's why he's being sued in the first place for defamation. Anyways, everything that this dude says is intentionally set up to make himself the victim when he was just not, and make Dominion the big, bad, evil company that's trying to take down a poor little innocent guy who didn't do anything to anybody. He's just hurting, or they're just hurting employees in the process. Just hurting employees. So anyways, somebody asked, like, living in his car broke? That's a good question, as a matter of fact. This is Mike Lindell in his car, seemingly selling pillows out of the trunk or slippers? I don't know.
And we still have some of those all-season slippers left at $25 a pair. To thank all of you out there for the great, for supporting us through all this.
This guy is a mess, dude.
We've lost all our box stores, our shopping channels. We get attacked every single day, and my pillow.
Whose fault do you think that is, Mike? For real?
Not have to be attacked when they're protecting companies out there that we never heard the names of before, which I don't need to name, all the voting machine companies.
No, name them. Tell me. Who are you talking about there, Mike? Who is it? Give me the names. God, dude. So anyways, yeah. Seems like he's selling slippers out the trunk of his car at the moment. In all seriousness, I don't think he's living in his car broke right now, but very possible that he will be by the end of this. We're just going to have to see how the lawsuit plays out, but it's not looking good for him at this moment. His lawyers dropped him. Oh, that's bad. So let's go through the trail of glowing decisions that this guy made to land him where he is right now. Financial decisions. I don't want to talk about the defamation stuff. I already, I'll let the court establish defamation. I feel it's already established, but they have access to subpoenas and texts and stuff. Let's talk about the financial decisions that he made that may not have been the most wise in the moment. Early March 2023. You guys remember this one?
Here, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been working on it 5 months, and we're doing a class action. Actually, I'm announcing it here. I announced it on my program.
Well, get along. Come on, tell us what it is.
FrankSpeech.com. Keep watching. But it's a class action lawsuit against all machines and that they're defective devices.
This guy's really filing lawsuits right now against machines, defective machines. Are you kidding me? Maybe some of that money could have been taken from this stupid, frivolous suit that you filed and paid your defamation lawyers with it. Just throwing it out there. What about this one? Mid-June 2023. Check this out.
What we're doing with Frank Speech within the next couple weeks.
Look at this ad along the side. Use promo code RSBN, up to 66% off of everything. I know that putting out promos like this is really, really useful for companies to get their name out there and everything. That's fantastic, but 66% off. Why did he pick those numbers? People probably would have bought it if you marked it down 20% or 30% and then gave the promo person, an additional 10% or whatever of the commission, and you would have made a whole lot more money off of this promo stuff. That alone was a bad financial decision, right? Just the promos that he's doing were financially ridiculous. He put a promo on everybody. He sponsored everybody from here to Texas. Every neo-Nazi website or YouTuber or whatever had a Mike Lindell promo stuck to it. Every Rumble page, everything. It all had Mike Lindell promos for 66% off of everything. But in this video, it's not just about the fact that he's giving out ridiculous promo deals. Listen to what he says here.
4 weeks, we're offering stock to the public. This is going to be amazing. We're offering stock to the public. I want every person out there to have a little piece of the pie for our voice for this country. With the money that I use to save this country that I've been out spending, I've spent over $40 million.
Unbelievable. Hang on a second.
Okay, $40 million trying to fix the country. Are you kidding me? Fix the country, quote unquote. You spent $40 million on this. How? How could you have possibly? Where did all that money go? I'm sure I could scrounge up 40 people I know, and we could all split all of that money, and you would have saved all of that time and not found yourself in a defamation lawsuit. But no, guy wants to spend $40 million on ridiculous, I still have no clue what he spent $40 million on. Bad financial decisions. And what's more, this is what's known as a pump and dump scheme. He knows the stock is falling right now. He knows it's going to fail miserably. So he's trying to sell off as much stock as he possibly can to as many people as he can to pump it up, and then he pulls his stock out, and then the stock plummets. So his stock price starts out at, I don't know, $5 a share. Say he's got 130,000 shares of this stock, right? And he sells 30,000 shares of it at $5 each. And now he's got, I don't know, God, I didn't even do that. 150,000 more dollars or something like that. What's he worth? 650 million divided by $5 per share. So it would probably be 1.3 million shares. I mean, shares in a company can be divided up any way you want. I think you divide that up when you create the company. I don't even remember now. Anyways, that's part of the scam is the point. He pulls his shares out, makes all of that money after the stock price goes from $5 to $20 when everybody buys in, and then it all kind of falls like that. He knows what he's doing. He knows the company's failing. He's trying to bail himself out desperately, and that is a kind of a scumbag move, right? Is it just me?
$1 I've spent and I need help. You know, we need help, but we need help making the voice bigger, and we need help. The money that and you'll see this when this happens. I can't tell the details. The lawyer said, I will only let you tell this much. You know?
The SAC.
Yeah, I will only let you tell this much. The lawyers. Well, got no lawyers to tell you what to do anymore now, do you, Mike? And then he continued on his spree of bad decisions late March 2022.
This live link up with these technology people.
Technology people.
And you can actually go and get it to individual states and get injunctions to basically shut down the machines to be used in the 2020 midterm elections and state elections, sir?
Yeah, the 2022.
No to literally all of that. None of that happened.
That's correct, Steve. And in any elections, it would be over. We're going to get preliminary injunctions, and it's with no machines because they cannot do elections accurately, and they can be manipulated 100%.
No, they were not manipulated. I mean, can they be? I suppose in theory, on an individual level, maybe. They're not connected to the internet, so there isn't a single guy that can be able to do anything. They are not manipulated on a systemic scale to any degree at all. This is completely fabricated. But this is something that he just kept leaning into. And what was he doing this whole time when he's hemorrhaging money? He was filing injunctions to prevent machines from being used. Really? You're being sued for $1 billion, Mike.
Not do elections accurately, and they can be manipulated 100%. They did it. They're caught now. They're guilty.
No.
It's in violation of fundamental rights to vote under 42-USC 1983.
I mean, all of this just made up. I mean, did he even list a real code, or did he just come up with numbers on the spot? I don't know. You got to check everything the dude says.
C 1983, a violation of equal protection and also due process. We are starting with 7 states immediately. We're going to get to every state, and of course, you're going to get pushback and stuff, but every state, the people, by the way, you know who has the standing? All the voters, Steve, not just the commissioners and clerks.
Right. So he doesn't have standing to bring this case because he was not injured. You have to be injured in a case. You have to have suffered some loss in the case to bring it. Like the woman who famously got burned by McDonald's coffee. McDonald's ran a phenomenal propaganda campaign against her because I sure thought that was a ridiculous case to bring. But in reality, McDonald's was keeping the coffee so ridiculously, searingly hot because it would prevent it from, they'd save money because the coffee wouldn't go bad as quickly. It was way hotter than it was supposed to be. I think it was like 200 degrees or something. That's near boiling point for water. And if you keep it hot longer, it stays better. So she gets her coffee, puts it in her lap, and she had to get skin grafts and everything when it spilled on her. For real. She was injured in that case. I mean, physically injured, but injury doesn't just mean physical injury. It can mean injured in any way, really. I cannot sue McDonald's because I didn't spill coffee on myself. That's what standing is. It prevents anybody from, suing when they're not, involved in the case in any way. And Mike Lindell doesn't have standing. He wasn't injured in any way. He's suing voting machines? For, what exactly? This doesn't fit in the realm of a proper case at all. And if he had just spoken to a lawyer, he would know that.
Lawyers that set this up, all of you out there are the plaintiffs.
Anyway, just everything that he said was completely fabricated. Did he even talk to any lawyers? I doubt it. He was laughed out of court multiple times. Told, you can't file this. You don't have standing for anything here. And the cases that he did file, why? You knew you were losing money like nobody's business, Mike. Why? I mean, this is a direct result of his decisions over the course of 7 years. Late June 2023, he's on Bannon again. By the way, people mentioning in chat, Bannon should be in prison. But of course he's pardoned by Donald Trump, wasn't he? Is that what it was? I think he was pardoned by Trump. Yeah, I remember now. Bannon scammed a bunch of people out of money in this We Build the Wall scheme. He took donations from people to build the border wall, and then he just spent the money. It was wire fraud and everything, I think. And then Trump pardoned him, of course, at the end of his term. Just disgusting. Bannon should be in jail, but that's, a story for another day.
Correct?
It's the plan to save our country. It really is, everybody. It's August 16th and 17th. This is the Election Crime Bureau Summit. The plan will be revealed and all this other stuff people are talking about. We got to do this in the elections and we got to do that. This plan has never been done before. It's never been even suggested before.
So this is, I think, the last in a long line of quote-unquote summits that Mike Lindell was setting up, and events and conferences and all that other stuff. And I got to thinking, all of these supposed proofs, these summits and events that he threw, they're starting to make a lot more sense now. I'm starting to understand why the guy was doing that. You make money off of those types of events if you bring in enough people. How much you going to spend on a venue? $20,000. Maybe spend some money on food, room blocks for the hotel, and an open bar and things like that. Make sure you've got seating and everything. I mean, I've set up an event before. It's kind of a nightmare, but maybe he spends $100,000 on the event and he charges people $200 a ticket. He brings in a few thousand people. I mean, he's made his money back multiple times over already, right? I mean, what's $200 times, say he brings in 1,500 people? I don't know. It's $300,000 he brings in over the course of a weekend. And then $100,000 goes out to pay everybody for all the work that they did. So he just made $200,000 off of ticket sales. Now it's starting to make sense. Now I'm starting to understand why he's doing all of these stupid conferences.
And when you get up on August 18th, you're going to wake up and go, this is the greatest thing ever. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, or who you are. You're going to have so much hope.
Election Crime Bureau. He set up a graphic that says Election Crime Bureau. I actually watched some of this on my Owen Unfiltered YouTube channel if you want to see it. It's kind of entertaining, but absurd from top to bottom, all of it. And like I said, I'm hard-pressed to feel bad for the guy. Literally every piece of this is his fault. I don't want to see anybody selling slippers out the trunk of their car. That's really sad. But if it's going to happen to anybody, why not Mike? Let me know what you think in the comments.